What's up, guys? This is Naxxion back with another video, and today I'm finally doing my Arcana Force deck profile. I tried to make this as optimal as possible so it's even bringable to locals. Yeah, I'll just get right into the list. I start off by playing one copy of Arcana Force EX, the Dark Ruler. This card is kind of debatable. I know obviously the Infusion monster can cheat this out, but this is a horrible brick. But randomly OTKing and being able to clear two monsters out feels really good. And of course, for the other true boss monster of the deck, we play one Arcana Force 21, the World. Yes, this is the most crucial card for this deck to do what it needs to do. Since the deck can't go second, winning dice roll and resolving this is just key to your entire strategy. Then, of course, we play some really new busted cards for it. Triple Arcana Force, the Sun. This is obviously really good as it plays under draw. It's a free special, and if you really want to, you can heavy storm the board. So there is application for going second, and it's a really strong body as well. Not like that, but just being able to put it onto the board. And then, of course, we go with Arcana Force. I believe this is 15, the Fiend, and this is my personal favorite. You, of course, use it to Rhoda for your light barrier from you terraform from graveyard or deck. And its on field is not terrible. In fact, both of its effects can actually come up, which makes it much more useful. You can either cast Cure Fenrir or something by popping and then re-swinging and getting that nice little chunk damage, or of course you have that other effect, which may not come up as often, but it is usable. And then, of course, triple copies of Arcana Force 5. You're just playing this. It's ridiculous. Fun fact, I don't think any Arcana Force cards have any hard once per turn, or even just a once per turn in general. So, if you get a chance to abuse this effect multiple times, please make sure of it. Also, this card's just stupid. Being able to misc all your cards is just... I get it. I really do, but I don't like card design like that. I think it's unfair. My big issue with Ancient Gears. For the bad cards, Arcana Force 4, the Emperor. This is personally my second favorite in the whole archetype, so I play it, and that attack boost isn't terrible. And I currently have the Chariots. With the deck, I would actually switch this out for the Lovers, because there is an interaction that can come up, and I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, you play at least two. You could play the Empress, because that being able to normal summon can come up. But if we had Arcana Force, I believe it's 8, the Strength released, then you could change a heart during your opponent's turn. But otherwise, there's really currently nothing that you can, but there is synergy with that when the rest of the cards one day get prim. For others, I'm playing 2 copies of Fiendsmith Engraver, 1 copy of Lacrima, 1 copy of Lurie, and 1 copy of Trekt. The reason I'm not playing Horus with this is because this facilitates the issue that I want Horus to do, which is to just dump the world. And you play with a few other cards now that kind of just let you do that. And also it's just grind. This also nib proofs you, which is huge because you play a few other cards in here and you just need to get that extra protection. It also adds a much needed versatility to break boards. Otherwise, this deck is genuinely unplayable. We play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. We play 2 copies of Droll and Lockbird. 2 copies of Nibiru. Your pretty standard generic hand trap lineup, just to hit stuff and also to cross out. Spoiler alert, we play cross out. And then, of course, I choose to play 2 copies of Perilia. This is just really good when you lose the dice roll, and I lose the dice roll all the time. And being able to cross it, it does way more to hit this, I'm pretty sure, than... Fualos and Perilia feel pretty bad. Speaking of, I play 3 copies of Fualos. Just because it's a great cross out and really good at drawing and slowing your opponent's turn down, in which case you can inevitably just turn skip. That's the whole goal. 3 copies of really bad card. Okay, so honestly, it could use an update. maybe a Rhoda or something. The fact that it can negate its own effects sucks, and you have to remember so many of the mandatory stuff, but the life point gain and being able to slide your coins is a really nice effect and really does help the deck kind of give more time. That means this deck plays really well in the time if you have to break stuff. 3 Arcana reading. This card reads either search for almost a game-winning card or your opponent wins the game. That's what this is. The gamble on this card is actually ridiculous, and it's kind of scary. 3 copies of Light Force. Broken card. I cannot believe how good this is. I wish the clear archetype got cards this good. Seriously, this is insane. Feels good to see. I play 2 copies of Spread. You can play 3. It's a great card, but I just need to cut the deck space down, and this was what I decided on. And then for the final 3 cards, the Holy Trinity. 1 talent because you're monsters. 1 call by because you need to interrupt hand traps and cross out to just do all that. And then your deck has some options to go first and second. This is the Holy Trinity of one-ofs. So that's that for the main deck. For the... Honestly, I'll just go to the side. Got your token that I was lucky enough to pick up from someone. 3 copies of Lancia, just for malice, because that deck can still suck it. And the ugly gold rare makes it even better. I play 3 Thrust in the side. The only reason I'm not main decking this, even though this card is almost always live, is it plays way more into Joel, and you want this when you guarantee need to start doing stuff to your opponent. This card's insane. I have no idea why this is still at 3 copies. This should be at 1. Or banned. 1 Ultimate Slayer, 1 Dark Ruler, 1 Lightning Storm, and 1 Heart Beast. Like I said, this deck cannot go second, so you play just a bunch of cards. For traps as well, I play 1 Sanctum, 1 D-Barrier, and personally, I'm trying out 3 Evenly. This could probably get cut down to, but I think Evenly is really good this format, and seeing just any other can break a board. So I play all those in the side. It may not be the most versatile thing. I considered playing Bell and maybe Kaijus, but I didn't care enough. I think it's fine the way it is. And then for the extra deck, I play 2 copies of the Chaos Ruler. This is an alt win condition, but never expect this to actually do anything. Raizio exists in the format where they just don't have to activate anything. There's Mitsurugi that just does not activate anything on the field. I mean, I think, no, that's a lie. Regardless, this is a desperate win condition. This is not going to win you a game. I'm just going to point this out there. It's a really nice card, but you have to play multiples of it to get the world into your grave and either get follow-up or get the big OTK machine out and hope that's enough. It has good stats, and it's not bad. Being able to Nightmare Griffin will always be good. It's just this loses to Imperm. One of the most common cards in the game's history. I play 1 Chaos Angel because we play the Fiendsmith package. And speaking of course, Requiem, Moon, Sequence, Ungunde, you, and you. All these, they fill up the spot. You have a lot of extra space with this deck. 1 SP Little Knight, because SP is just an insanely broken card, and it does come up. Now for me, the little spice, I play 1 Starring Knight. I started playing this in Duel Links 2, desperate to try to make Arcana Force work, and it literally doesn't have anything. But this is really nice because this could just summon out, I don't know, the sun, or you need to get out the world, or just get out another extender. This is just a free, and it reborns itself. This is actually ridiculous support indirectly, and it's super easy to get out because you play all the other names. So it feels really good to have that. Number 41, Baguska. It's Baguska. Sometimes you're just going to need it. I mean, will it do anything? Because EXT Raizio is genuinely the most unfair card in the game. Sure. Yeah. But, any other matchup, this might do something. And then you got High Wave King Caesar, just with all the other stuff. I also play 1 Virutus because there is times where you might get rid of your 10s to go into an Omni. This could get cut. I personally like it. a lot. This card is just cracked. And then I play Zeus. I don't really like playing Zeus in most decks that are not named Zodiac after 2017. But there's just going to be times where you need to do it. You do have decent follow-up, so it just helps with that. I'm now that my Eldritch era is kind of done for the year, because I'll be posting my deck profile on when I took it to the regional. Decided to really go at rogue this year, and see what I can do with it. Arcana Force is in an interesting spot overall. It has really good cards to make up for literally decades of bad cards. There is synergy to be had here. Obviously, I still believe more stuff will eventually get printed, as we have a lot of anime-only cards that still exist. If we get Magician Scales, by the way, tribute 1 Arcana Force card to search any spell card in your deck, that would be game-defining, and it would be so cool to play that. Sure, you would have to probably lock you into Arcana Force, but man, what an exciting effect would that be. And of course, you have Strength, which could, with tagging with the Empress, which would be able to change a heart during your opponent's turn. That feels really good. And of course, you have all the other spell cards and stuff. So there is slight hope that this deck does get more. This was a phenomenal amount of support that it did get. It's now actually playable, and it's decent. And, you have everything that you kind of need for a start and a base. I don't expect to get any for a while, but this is really nice. I do enjoy Arcana Force quite a bit. No matter how bad the deck is, I love it aesthetically. I think Sartorius was a great antagonist, and that's just honestly my deck. I think Starring Knight is just great. We'll have to keep a lookout on little generic stuff in the extra deck and little other cards that get printed to see if it helps. But yeah, that's my deck profile. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.